lost. Or is Wladimir Klitschko going to grab it back and continue his extraordinary career? It's scheduled for 12, of course. Joshua coming in at a career heavy at only 250 pounds. That's only a pound heavier than he was in his last fight against Eric Molina, and he's been in the 240s for the last couple of years now. As for Klitschko, we saw on the scales, and we've already touched on this, Alex, looking absolutely sensational at 241, and if that's a 41-year-old, he looks better than most guys half his age.
Yeah, he certainly does. He looks fantastic. The conditioning on his back, his arms, his torso, it's absolutely phenomenal for a man of his age, and it just shows you, Nick, how hard he's worked in the build-up to this.
Well, when you've been as champion as long as he has, of course, you're so motivated, but this is territory that he's not particularly used to in recent years. Coming in as the challenger, the underdog.
Yeah, it will be a bit of a shock to the system, but he has been here before. He has experienced most things in boxing. He has had to claw back from defeats before. We've seen him do that with great success. So, to touch on the start of this bout, Nick, the technical aspects here, we're seeing classic Klitschko fencing with his left hand to judge range and distance, which he does unbelievably well. His right hand works as a lever almost, and a good defensive tool. And he'll throw his left hand from low, he'll throw it from the side, he'll throw it from high, just to give Anthony Joshua a lot to think about. And he won't do anything silly early until he knows he has that measure and that reach. He's a very, very, very intelligent boxer. There's a lot more going on than the eye can see when Wladimir Klitschko is boxing. And you've got to have a very good eye to pick some of these things up.
Some early success with the lead left hand here for Joshua. Heading through down the middle. He's keeping the older man at bay, giving him something to think about as well.
Certainly. You've got to, like you're saying, that you've got to give Klitschko a little bit of that back. You've got to give him plenty of variety with the jab. You cannot be too predictable with Klitschko, too obvious. And I think that Tyson Fury showed that better than anyone. You've really got to give Klitschko lots to think about. If your patterns are typical and your attacks are ponderous or obvious, you're in a lot of trouble, because he'll make you pay so badly.
Terrific footwork and balance. It's one of the things people tend not to talk about with Wladimir Klitschko as well. His footwork has always been exemplary.
And you don't win Olympic gold medals for being a crude slugger, do you? So
certainly don't. Oh, Klitschko with a fast start here, bringing the right hand into play there. Just caught Joshua. We didn't see much use of the backhand from either man in that range-finding first round. And you can see Joshua looking to get the jab established. He had some success with those jabs that he kind of converted almost into crosses in that first round. But we expected it to be very wary, very tactical. There's no way this was going to be some kind of crude slugfest, as you say. Well, there's that old saying in this game, you get old overnight. No sign of old age about Wladimir Klitschko at all.
Certainly not. You see him again using that left hand as a defensive tool, as a lever, as a measuring tool as well. He knows what he's doing, Nick. He knows exactly what he's doing here.
And it can be used as well to keep an opponent just at bay and out of range. I mean, he used that so effectively against David Haye, who just never could get anywhere near him. Could he?
No.
Again, it was different with Fury, a totally different experience, because Fury just played such a different game. But Joshua's going to have to make sure he doesn't walk into the David Haye trap here.
And David Haye's a fantastic boxer as well. And he had an absolute nightmare with Klitschko.
So there you go, out of range, and a long way out of range there as well. But that comes with the turf. If you're going up against Wladimir Klitschko, you know you're going to miss a lot. And Joshua moving well early as well here. It's a real thinking man's fight this through the first couple of rounds. Seems like both of them have just said, I'm not even going to bring the backhand in yet. You know, too much respect for the opponent.
Yeah, and fear of being countered as well.
Yes.
But what will happen when it does land by either man? Who will be the first to detonate a huge right hand on the other? And what will the reaction be?
There always used to be questions, and I'm going back in the day with Wladimir now.
Yeah.
You dig into that record a little bit. 3 stoppages. You always had that feeling. You know, Big Brother was one of those guys. You know, you could hit him with everything, and nothing was going to knock him down. But if you could land cleanly on Wladimir, you could get him out of there. And as I say, some guys did. Josh will be thinking, if I can get my right hand landing clean, I can get this fella out of there early. Wladimir Kliczko certainly knows how to protect that weakness, if such it is.
A nice bounce in the step as well. Slappy right hand there for Anthony Joshua.
Klitschko was too good for him defensively there as well.
Yeah. Put a little bit of weight on the back leg as well. Klitschko taking away a little bit of his actual height, his natural height. Sometimes lays back on the back leg. That, of course, is normally to lure the opposition in so he can come back with a good counter. You almost get the feeling that Anthony Joshua almost has to put them together, Nick, don't you?
Yes.
One punch is just never going to be enough against Wladimir Klitschko, is it?
No.
And you're going to have to give him variety on those combinations as well.
And you're going to have to be patient, because he's going to make you miss a lot, as he did there. You hear the cheers from the back of the arena, but there wasn't much landing there from Joshua.
You've got to try and reserve your energy into the bargain. Not an easy task taking on Wladimir Klitschko. You've got so much to consider. Look at that movement for a 41-year-old that a lot of people were saying was maybe past his best. He looks pretty good to me.
He's always lived the life. He's always, him and his brother, exemplary professionals.
Yeah.
It's the jab that's working, the left hand that's working for Joshua, if anything. Just can't find the right hands at the moment. He's showing that patience that he needs. There's no way you can rush your work against Wladimir Klitschko. If you start rushing things and forcing things, Klitschko can make you look really bad.
Good job there from Klitschko. Again, Joshua just overreaching a little bit. Not quite getting his time.
Klitschko's out of there. He's gone, isn't he? He just bounces back. Wonderful footwork of his.
Has to tuck that chin down, Anthony Joshua, and try and put the combinations together. And he will have to realise that he has to start at long range. The punches have to flow from long to middle to short range. And he has to try and keep punching when he's up close as well. As difficult as that is against Klitschko, who loves to just tangle you up and smother you. He knows where to grip you and how to hold your arms to prevent you from working inside. He's very, very good at that as well. It is a defensive tactic, and it is an effective one that people think is just being used to prevent a fight breaking out, but in fact he's taking a wee bit of energy out yet, and he's using it to his advantage. He's also frustrating you to the point where if you've got a little bit of inexperience there, it can.
Former champion, a long-time champion.
Oh, good right hand now.
Yeah, this is how he started the second round. It's almost like he thinks they think Jonathan Banks thinks, well, we can catch him cold early. Maybe he doesn't switch on for those first few seconds. That had an effect. The one at the start of the second round, I think, just more woke him up than anything, but Joshua felt that one.
Yeah, he sure did. Very accurate, well placed as well. There you see Klitschko taking Joshua's right hand away, extending his left arm and just allowing him to kind of fall into his shoulders there. That'll give Klitschko a little bit of encouragement, knowing that he can land the right hand. Well, we'll see him try and detonate a few more. It's a good shot from Joshua.
Yeah, he did well there, because the first right hand was blocked, so he then disguised the second one behind a behind a jab as well, and that did, as you say, get through.
Yeah.
First time we've seen Wladimir box in the United Kingdom as a professional. Boxed primarily in Germany, of course. In terms of his title defences, he did have 3 at Madison Square Garden. One in Switzerland.
No, I'm sure he boxed in the UK before. Has he not boxed in the UK? I'm positive he boxed in London before that.
He may well have done.
Maybe, possibly. Back in the day.
Back in the day. So neither of us can remember that far back.
It's because we're so young.
Oh, he really missed with that right hand there. Klitschko.
Both guys still on that scouting mission. They both have landed reasonably big shots now.
Yeah, it's starting to warm up now, isn't it? It's starting to settle into a bit of a groove.
Klitschko going with the counter there. Trying to time Joshua's jab. See, he's using his left hand to pull Joshua's jab down so he can throw the right hand over the top. And Klitschko likes to do this when someone's on the way in, throwing a jab. He pulls their left hand down with his left hand and he puts his right hand over the top. It's built into his game.
Nod there from Joshua. And still struggling to connect cleanly. Indeed, so is Klitschko. His defence is on top for both these guys through the early rounds here.
Joshua trying to work inside there, something that Klitschko probably won't do. Looking for the right hand there, Klitschko. Joshua just rolled away. Left him no option but to just pull that shot there. It's a little bit better from Joshua now. Better with the jab there.
Tough to score thus far.
Good start from Joshua there, Nick. That's what he has to do, combinations.
Well, this is a really positive statement here right at the start of this 5th round from Joshua, who's up there, up the tempo hugely. And Klitschko's probably thinking, whoa, who's this guy?
Yeah. Good start to the round. Let the combinations go nice and quick.
Caught him.
Oh, another good shot.
Trouble here. He's down.
Oh, he's down.
Incredible start.
That's
absolutely amazing. Look at that. Big
marked up as well, Nick.
As well.
Bit blood there. Is that a bit blood there, Nick, as well?
It is. It's a crisis. It really is. Early in this 5th round as well. Joshua just jumped on him, stung him early. Now, can Klitschko draw on all that experience just to survive this round?
Yeah, he's using his legs. Amazing. Again, it's testament to his condition. Choosing to dance away rather than tie Joshua up and hold. Missing quite heavily there. Klitschko, it's going to take the steam out of him as well. He doesn't want to fight with Joshua right now.
Yeah, look at him backing up.
Yeah, oh, it's a big left hook, Nick.
Yeah, jumped in with that left hook, didn't he? He jumped in with that one as well. Didn't have so much success this time.
Waving the right uppercut there. I don't think he's got any intentions of throwing it, but he's waving it. Waving it around.
Yeah, he's wily enough. Look at him. He's tying him up, messing about. And I think the moment may have gone here for Joshua.
Yeah, definitely has. And he looks a little bit tired there, Nick. Looks like he's maybe punched himself out a little bit there. He has to wait on his second win now, Joshua, because he's not looking too good here.
And Klitschko is coming back with these jumping left hooks.
Oh, it's a huge right hand from Klitschko. Joshua came back with the left hook, but I think the right hand from Klitschko had more effect. These are jarring, stabbing
another one.
shots.
Joshua's now backing up. Look at this. Klitschko has turned this around completely here in this 5th round. On the floor and bleeding from that left eye, but he is definitely getting through here. And Joshua's looking really heavy left here.
Exhausted.
My goodness me. What a dramatic 5th round this is. Joshua started off with a bang, but he couldn't get Klitschko out of there. Now it's the Ukrainian who's on top and in the driving seat. And now it's Joshua looking to hold.
Yeah, Joshua needs to get a second wind here.
And it's Klitschko that's coming on strong. A complete turnaround, and you can sense it in the arena as well. They were getting ready to celebrate the biggest win of his career, and now Anthony Joshua is hanging on a little bit. A big uppercut getting through there as well. He's absolutely ripped the initiative away from Joshua here, Klitschko. It's an extraordinary response to being floored. What a round. Gassed at the end of that 5th round, and it's Klitschko up on the balls at his feet really early here at the start of round 6. Well, it was a slow burner, but it exploded into life in that last round. And what's going to come now? Round 6. As you say, the important thing is, can Joshua just refuel here?
Yeah. Still looks a little bit on the shaky side, doesn't he?
Still jumping in with those left hooks, Klitschko.
Yeah. Still not quite recovered. I don't think Anthony Joshua yet. This is good. Bottom of it time here. Whether or not that's deliberate or not.
He's in no hurry to get back over there either, is he?
No, he definitely isn't. No.
I don't think he's in good shape at all here, Joshua. Peter Sims puts the gum shield back in. And it just doesn't look quite right here, Joshua. Put a big shift into that 5th round, couldn't get him out of there. Klitschko still standing. He's running away with it in that 5th round.
Yeah.
And Joshua now needs to just press the reset button here.
He really does. He's trying to get a bit zip back in his legs yet, but it's not quite come yet.
Oh, another jolting right hand sends Joshua down. Anthony Joshua floored and hurt here in the 6th round. It's all unraveling for the Watford man. Unbeaten, but now on the brink of defeat.
Wow.
How does he respond to adversity? We've not seen this before. A bit crude leaping in there again from Klitschko, but Joshua in a world of trouble, has to avoid those right hands now. What an extraordinary fight this is becoming.
Unbelievable, Nick. He's going to look to try and land the right hand again here, Klitschko, or that jumping left hook. One or the other. It's just 2 pet shots, isn't it?
He can't take any more of those right hands flush. Always been a lethal punch from Wladimir Klitschko. Joshua's got to be smart here. Just ride this round out. Give it up as a 10-8 round. Get back to the corner. And whatever plan B is, put it into effect. Klitschko, though, is thinking, I don't want another round. Get this done right here. Joshua rolls inside. He's protecting himself well from that right hand.
Yeah.
Can Klitschko find it again? Again, the lead left hooks, they don't work. Joshua has done well evasively, but all over the place. Look at that.
Klitschko's not quite letting enough shots go, though, Nick.
He needs to be smarter than that.
Yes, still looking for one shot, really, Klitschko here. A lovely stiff jab there, but he won't put that many combinations together, that's for sure.
So what a gut check this is for Anthony Joshua. Now we find out if he's got the stuff that real champions are made of. Anybody can look good when it's easy, when you knock them and they fall down. What happens when they fall down and get back up again and then put you on the floor? That's never happened to Anthony Joshua. This is uncharted territory for him.
Klitschko tried the left hook again, no luck.
Wow. Amazing. Round 7. Wladimir Klitschko threatening to turn back the years here against the young upstart Anthony Joshua in this battle of the past and the present in heavyweight champions, both Olympic gold medalists. Now this is a real test of Joshua's legitimacy now as a champion. A legitimacy that's been questioned by some in the business after that win against Charles Martin and the defences against Dominic Brazil and Eric Molina. Well, his credentials are being checked out thoroughly here by the former champ. And at the moment, Anthony Joshua looks like this is a test he isn't going to pass. It's still Klitschko on the front foot, dictating the tempo here. Joshua still doesn't look right.
Yeah, but he is managing to evade the majority of Klitschko's quite obvious attacks now. Trying to double and treble up on the left hook. Not got much leverage on those shots though. It's that right hand that he has to watch for Nick, and that leaping left hook. Those are the danger shots.
And he mixes them up so well.
Yeah. There he's fencing with the left hand, waving it in front of Joshua's eyes. Trying to keep him almost hypnotised with that hand there. Preoccupy his brain with something else. And then of course detonate that left hook. Or that overhand right. Good jab there again from Klitschko. That jab's working well from him though.
And now Joshua engaging in a bit of chit-chat in there as well. Is that a sign of his confidence returning, or is it a sign of a man trying to play some mind games here? Well, if you want to play mind games with Wladimir Klitschko, good luck with that. He's seen it and heard it all.
Mind games, that is a thing, Nick. I'm not too sure Wladimir will understand.
That's not going to bother him.
It won't bother him at all.
He can recite the entire works of Shakespeare if he wants. He's not going to bother Wladimir Klitschko one little bit.
Good clipping left foot there from Klitschko. Joshua's not finding the mark at all. His shots, even his jab, it doesn't look strong, Nick. It doesn't look strong.
Well, you heard Rob McCracken saying, just get behind that jab, but as you say, it's more just trying to keep Klitschko engaged at the moment rather than do any damage. But I still think he's feeling the effects of that last round. He's just trying to ride this out.
There's
and get
no
his
authority
wins.
at all on Anthony Joshua's punches. There is no authority on them. He's not going to get Klitschko's respect. He's not going to stop him pressing forward, looking for a big shot. Is he just trying to regroup, get his senses together? Good head movement from Anthony Joshua there.
And a good response off the back end of that as well. Made Klitschko miss. Put a combination together.
Yeah.
That's just sending a message. That's just telling your opponent, I'm okay. I'm back in this now. Well, he wanted a no drama round there, Anthony Joshua, which is exactly what he got. And I think got a think tank in there, that's great, but those guys should be making their observations during the rounds.
Yeah.
And if the head trainer then wants to jump in and use some of that, that's great, but you can't be hearing all those voices when you're sat in your stalls, surely.
Not a bad thing for the head trainer sometimes as well, just to ask the assistant trainer if he's got anything to add, and then the head trainer is quiet for a few seconds.
I think he might have given himself something to build on in that last round, Joshua. He came through quite a crisis there.
Legs look a little bit better as well now.
Yeah, there's more of a bounce about him. Like I say, he was chatting a bit in that last round as well. It looks like he might have weathered that storm. The fifth round was not good for him, despite that early knockdown. The sixth was absolutely terrible, of course. And now that he's got through, it looks to me like he's just come out of the other side of that. That could be bad news for Klitschko, who is in such great shape, and there's no denying that, but there's also no denying Father Time. Wladimir Klitschko is 41 years old and doesn't want to be getting dragged into a long, drawn-out, grueling duel here. Not throwing very intelligent punches at the moment either. Wladimir telegraphing the big right hand there, and Joshua is seeing them so much better now, slipping inside. Klitschko's still a tough man to tag, though.
Yeah, it's good to see Joshua even go for the right hand, though.
Well, it's a bit more of what we saw in the early rounds from Joshua.
A bit more positive, isn't it?
Yeah, but he's still being forced onto the back foot, which is rare for Joshua. He hasn't spent much time in his career backing up. But then again, he's never met an opponent with this man's class.
Yeah, well, Klitschko's going to beat him at that game all day, Nick, isn't he? The old fencing game. Standing on the outside, pulling arms down, flicking gloves away, scoring jabs. Anthony Joshua wants to be doing what Robert McCracken suggested in the corner, get the combinations off, hands up nice and high, chin down nice and low, and mix the combinations up.
Did well to answer that Klitschko jab, which will allow a really good jab, and Joshua answered it immediately. Well, we settled back into the pattern of the early rounds here, where it's raiding and drawing leads, looking to uncork something.
Yeah, you can't fall into Klitschko's wizard like ways. He almost puts a trance on you, a spell, gets you right where he wants you. You've got to put it on this guy now.
So the fencing continuing here. We're actually now getting into the territory where you're starting to look at how the judges might be scoring this one. And they both had a 10-8 round, and so many rounds have been close as well. Right now, this one is up for grabs.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Well, we've had one question answered about Anthony Joshua tonight. How would he respond to being floored? I mean, he got hurt in that fight against Dillian Whyte, but he wasn't floored, and he managed to weather that brief storm. But obviously, a very raw Dillian Whyte is no Vladimir Klitschko. Well, Vladimir couldn't put him away, despite putting him down. That tells you something. It's easy to be a bully in this business, isn't it? But when it's coming back at you, how do you respond? And Joshua's responded really well.
Yeah, that's a different ball game altogether. He's been patient. He's taken his time. He's not doing anything that would leave him in a bad spot to get countered.
And Kliczko has been missing a lot with those right hands.
That's the smart tactics from Anthony Joshua that we're seeing. Is he almost just trying to allow Klitschko to slowly run out of gas? He's not a young man. Is Anthony Joshua thinking that throughout this whole thing? I still feel like you've got to put the shots on him a little bit. Can't allow him to box at his own tempo all night.
You know, Alex, just thinking back in the build-up to this one, especially this week, you've had one or two guys out there who should know better that have been saying, this isn't going to be much of a fight. Vladimir Klitschko is washed up.
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah, you're putting your hands over your head if you were one of those guys. If this is washed up, my goodness.
The last time an old champion loses is his power as well.
Oh, lovely right hand getting in there from Joshua. He's picking some nice shots here.
Robert McCracken screaming from over there, asking for combinations.
Going to work to the body there, Joshua.
Start throwing those combinations now. Good shot there from Klitschko, that leaping left foot.
Only 3 fights against British opponents. 3 totally different fights for Vladimir Klitschko as well. Against Hay, just had everything his own way. Against Fury, he couldn't do anything. And this one, it's amazing how quickly this one has just flashed by. Well, we're in the championship rounds now. Joshua, of course, never been this deep. Never been past 7. Didn't think he was going to get past 7 here. And Klitschko had him all over the place. He really has had to suck it up and show some genuine warrior's heart here. And take this deep. Now, do the 41-year-old legs still have a bit of spring in their step to get him through the last 3 rounds here, Klitschko? Or is this where youth will have its day over experience? Because I think these next 3 rounds decide the fight. It's so close for me.
Yeah, very, very close.
Again, he's responded well, Joshua, to getting caught, bringing that right-hand counter in over the top.
Oh, he was just a little bit short with that. Klitschko managed to shut down the distance a little bit there. Take that right hand away. Another thing he's very good at. Sensing an attack and closing it down. These tree-like arms, they're massive.
He got in first with the left hand. Inside, a lot of bounce and movement about Klitschko, but doesn't seem to be an awful lot behind those punches from the veteran Ukrainian here.
Getting onto the body there from Joshua.
Yeah, he's landing the better punches, and there's a lot more purchase on them.
Maybe a little bit late in the day, Nick, to be getting the good body shots in there. Want to get those in nice and early. Klitschko's still got a nice bounce in his step.
Klitschko missing again with the right hand. It's been a feature of the second half of this fight, how many times Klitschko has swung that right hand and Joshua has slipped it effortlessly and made him miss. It's been really smart work defensively from Joshua.
Caution from Holden there for the referee, to Joshua.
Yeah, overall it's been a fight that doesn't need a referee, has it?
Not really.
It really hasn't.
So you do single jab there for Joshua. You do get the feeling if he doubled up on that jab like Robert McCracken was asking for earlier, followed by the right hand, it'd be super effective. But Klitschko again is so good at shutting down that distance, just marauding your attacks.
Klitschko's trying to land on again. He's seen it really early, Joshua.
Klitschko's still got a great bounce in his step as well. He's in fantastic condition, isn't he? Oh, both traded right hands there.
Yeah. was an exchange that could have seen one of them come off really badly.
Yeah.
So they cancelled each other out. But been an epic battle so far that's seen both men on the floor, and it's Joshua off to the fast start again, just as he did in the 5th round.
Oh, Klitschko's wobbled, Nick.
He is,
he's
shaky. He's shaky, look at this. Now, can Joshua sense it, and can Joshua find something else? Rattled the 41-year-old right at the start of the round, and Joshua is looking like he's trying to hunt him down here.
He needs to put them together, Nick.
There's Klitschko showing all that experience. Did well to just stay out of harm's way there.
Is youth going to come into play though, Nick?
Well, it is. Can he just keep the pressure on? But don't forget, when he did that in the 5th round, he gassed himself out, Joshua. And he's just taking his time here, looking to measure Klitschko up. But that was a terrific right hand to start this round. And as Klitschko weathered that little crisis. Probing forward there and caught with the left. And forced to tie up. Really good shots here in this 11th round from Joshua. And there's Klitschko going to work.
He's recovered, Nick. You know he's recovered.
Yeah.
Bounce back in the legs there.
As soon as that's back. Oh, he won't recover from that. That's a huge uppercut. My goodness me, I thought he was going to go, and he didn't. Massive shot from Joshua. And now Klitschko goes. It was that first uppercut that did the damage. Klitschko down for the 2nd time.
He can't find
all over the place. In a world of trouble. He's on his feet. Now, he's getting a few more seconds here from the referee, but Joshua is on the brink of the biggest win of his career, a big right hand. Now, can Klitschko rally again? Is there anything left? It doesn't look like it. Joshua's going for the finish, and that might just be that. A brutal 2-punch combination. Klitschko down for the 2nd time in the round and looking in serious distress. Will they let this carry on?
They are. They're letting it go on.
Or are they? Well, again, he's been given a lot more time by the referee, but he's in trouble. There's still a long way to go in this round as well. Can Joshua put the exclamation point on his performance tonight and get the stoppage? Klitschko
got the energy.
Backing up. He's in big trouble. Pinned in the corner here. Can't get free. Joshua unloading, and that'll do it.
Oh.
Absolute relief on the face of Anthony Joshua. He doesn't even have the energy to smile. What a test of his character.